Game Up, they make a thirst-quenching adult beverage with a special blend of electrolytes. It comes in 4 great flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape.
That's right. It's only 110 calories. It's low carb, so enjoy yourself some Game Up. Let's get to this week's Fight Night card. Hernandez, Pereira. Any fights you want to shout out before we go to the main event and co-main event? Yeah.
First fight on the prelims, heavyweights Austin Lane and Robelis Despain. Despain is that Cuban Taekwondo guy who was getting all the first round knockouts like in the first 14 seconds of every fight before he got to the UFC. Gets to the UFC and takes a loss from the first guy that can take him down. So I don't think Austin Lane's going to be taking him down, though. So that one could be fun. Probably a first-round finish for one of those guys. And then also on the undercard, Darren Elkins versus Daniel Pineda. Darren's never been in a boring fight. Pineda, also a very exciting fighter, very even on the odds. So looking forward to that one. Co-main event. Rob Font versus Kyler Phillips.
Kyler Phillips is 12-2. 5 KOs, 2 subs, 5 decisions. He's 5-1 in the UFC overall. Rob Font, man, this guy's been around for a while now. He's a dog. 20-8, 9 KOs, 4 subs, 7 decisions. Performance of the night 4 times. Fight of the night twice. This is a guy who's just always coming forward. I think this is a step up for Kyler Phillips here. Kyler Phillips has been an exciting fighter as well. I think it's going to be a fun fight, fireworks. I'm going to go with Rob Font for now. Kyler Phillips has to beat him before. I got to see if he's ready to make that next step. 5-1 in the UFC, though. He's off to a good start, but I'll go with Font, and I'm going to go decision. I think this will be a tough fight for either one to get the finish.
Yeah, Rob's lost 4 out of his last 5. Mm-hmm. He's 37 years old. Kyler is like in the next wave of bantamweights coming up. I love Rob Font, but I think this is a passing the torch kind of moment. Still a very good step up for Kyler in competition because Rob's still dangerous. I just think he's lost that little bit of a step. It's tough at that weight class. The older you get, your athleticism starts to go, and that's the most important part of being a flyweight or a bantamweight or even a featherweight. So I'm going to pick Kyler by decision. I think it'll be a close decision win. I think Rob's still tough, but I think Kyler's ready.
I just want to point out, because not disagree with you, because I was curious about this. Rob has lost 4 out of his last 5 fights, but I do want to point those guys are Jose Aldo, Marlon Chito Vera, Corey Sandhagen, and Davidson Figueiredo, and none of those guys have finished Rob Font. So
yes, very tough guys.
Well, I do hear what you're saying. He is getting older, and I do believe he was coming off an injury in one of those fights and had been out for a little bit, too, for a bit.
True. So, yeah. I'm rooting for Rob, but
when you're losing to those names, that is noticeable to bring up at least. Though.
Yeah. Main event here. Very exciting fight. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Michel Pereira.
Michel Pereira is 31-11-2, 11 KOs, 9 subs, 11 decisions. Performance of the night 5 times, fight night 2 times. Chevy and I have talked about it before. This is a guy who will do cartwheels in the middle of the octagon. He's done like capoeira. Like he's just excitement personified. Anthony Hernandez, 9-1, 4 KOs, 3 subs, 1 decision, 1 DQ. This guy doesn't really go to distance too often either. This is going to be another fun firework fight. He's already had 2 performance of the night as well. This is going to be a fun one. I'll go with Pereira here. I think Pereira will get it done. It's going to have to be a finish. I don't know if these guys will be able to go for 5 rounds with the pace they keep. I'll say Pereira finishes it in round 3, late TKO.
How? TKO? So I didn't realize that Pereira was on a 8-fight win streak. Like that's just totally flew under my radar, which is very impressive. This is a great matchup. Should be a fun fight. But I think that Fluffy can avoid getting hit with some of the crazy capoeira stuff early on. And then I think he should dominate as the fight goes on, being the more technical and probably has the better cardio because of all the crazy stuff that Pereira does. So I think that after Pereira tires a little bit and slows down, I think that Fluffy can get him in a choke. Like, maybe Pereira shoots in on a lazy takedown or he throws some crazy spin and stuff and he's falling down and they end up grappling, and I think Hernandez locks onto a choke. I'll say he subs him in round 4. I think it'll be late.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.